Welcome back. Well, as you can see, we're not on a mission screen right now. I'm gonna explain mission 12 in a second, but I first want to explain something about a new weapon we just got, and that is Cavalier. So, Cavalier has something that is called the gear mechanic, and it lets us deal more damage with... well, by doing certain attacks, or by delaying inputs for attacks. There is like 2 more gears than like the standard one that are used. There are videos there is at least one video that I will link that explains them well enough. But I'm just gonna explain the combo that we're mostly gonna use. And that is when you do the normal attack, and then like with a delay, hit the style button and essentially mash it. So as you can see, when I delay that second attack, the wheels of Cavalier turn yellow, and that means we're in like the second gear. We do more damage in that one, and we like doing more damage because then things die more quickly. This is essential for... mostly for the Nightmare strat that we'll use later on in mission 18 to get the 1 cycle for Nightmare. But it's also really helpful in other boss fights if you mess up the default strats and need to finish them off with Cavalier, because Cavalier deals a lot of damage, so it's often the go-to if you need to finish off bosses and don't have real impact or can't use real impact, because real impact takes a while to charge. Alright, now on to the mission. Alright, we're gonna hop into mission 12. So for mission 12, we definitely need to have Trickster 3 now, because we need Air Trick for the skips. So if you still haven't bought it, now you definitely do need it. We're just gonna ignore these guys and make sure you have Cavalier equipped. So the first enemy always spawns here. In general, the enemy spawns in this room are always the same. So you're gonna know where they are after a while. And we're just gonna kill them all with Cavalier. Okay. Now, we're gonna go over here. This is called... what was it called? Bloodwell skip, I think is the name. I'm pretty sure it has a different name as well, but I don't remember what it is. So I usually make sure I'm in Trickster. What we want to do, there is like a little place where you can stand for like a split second in the middle of this arch. And you want to jump up there and then up to the left. So we're going to jump over here, stand there, and jump here. You can also... I usually have Trickster equipped because sometimes you kind of get stuck here, and then you can just use Trickster to get up there. So, like, we skip the encounters down here. We can just cruise onto the blood clot right away. Cool. Got the first one. We're gonna turn around and go back to the balcony here. And this is where we need our air trick, because what we're gonna do here, we also need DT to get an extra... yeah, to get an extra air trick, actually, and an extra jump. So we're gonna jump up here, jump again, and then the order in which you do the tricks, or the different trickster moves, doesn't really matter, but usually you want to do at least one just normal trick forward. Because later on there are those like tentacle thingies that you can accidentally lock onto, and then it messes up your skip. If you mess up these skips, because we're gonna go up here to the other gargoyle balcony thingy. If you mess up these skips, you can always reset checkpoint, unless you have a really tight orb economy, because resetting checkpoints is gonna take a toll on your style rank. And it will put you back to the blood clot that you just destroyed. So we want to be in Trickster, DT, jump, and then do like the Trickster forward, and trick up, trick up. That's... Or trickster forward, trick up, trickster forward. Whatever you prefer. Alright, and we're up here.
Oh, great. Crossroads. Decisions.
So I always go up here first and DT somewhere around here, because sometimes you end up getting pretty much everything. But you want to save some DT for later, because you need it for the skips. There are some you can pick up in like all of these levels. Oh, I didn't notice you weren't... I thought it was dead for some reason. But yeah, you do want to make sure you don't run out completely of DT. In human, it's not too bad, because there's DT lying around everywhere that you can pick up in if you need it. Just a little warning, like there's one back here. Okay, we're gonna turn around and go back to where we came from. These are the tentacles I was talking about that you can accidentally lock onto. And why wouldn't I do a trick forward before doing the trick ups? Because we don't need lock on for those. And now we're gonna do the same thing as earlier to get up there where the gold orb is. Now, again, if you're on console, you really want to avoid picking up the gold orb, though I would rather pick up the gold orb than fail the trick. If you're on PC, it doesn't really matter because the timer stops when you pick it up, so it won't count towards your load remove time. Okay. Yeah, I picked it up, of course. But I'm a PC player, so it doesn't matter. Go over here. And it didn't die. Usually it dies when you just do that.
It's been a while
cool.
since I used my brain this much.
You can make the hole in one here. If you want to, you can practice it. It's obviously a little faster.
This brings me back.
There might be better movement for this. But yeah, we're gonna pick up the DT here. And we're about to enter the next Urizen fight. There is a set cycle for this fight. But sometimes Urizen just respawns his shield earlier than you'd expect him to again. In that case, you just gotta real impact it. But what the normal cycle is you're gonna enter the fight in SDT, right? Because it's after Dante got his SDT. So you want to teleport up to him and then just spam the default combo. So just spam the attack button, essentially. It's gonna break his shield, do a little more of damage to him. You're gonna fall down, get out of SDT, and he's like doing the attack where he like spins around. Hopefully you won't get knocked back by the tentacles, but sometimes you do. And then you want to DT, get up to his shield. No, get up to Urizen. You will probably have to hit him a couple of times and then he'll stun. And then you just real impact him. And it's game over. Alright. To be able to real impact him after we get out, of course we need to charge up our Balrog here before entering the fight. I also always switch to Swordmaster before the fight as well, just so I don't forget it. Okay. So teleport and just spam the attack button. Alright, so I'm gonna spam my DT, go up to him, hit him a couple times, he's gonna stun, and then we're just real impacting him. And he's done. All this power.
And you still don't get it.
Okay, that was mission 12.